Well, now that the Happy Hot Rod Chevelle is back from the Columbus Good Guys show, all shined up and ready to go, we're going to start talking about some of the details. So, like I said in the first video, Andy and I have spent the last 2.5 years or so putting this thing together here in our home garage, and we wanted to show you some of the detail stuff that we've done. The heart of any hot rod is the engine and the engine bay, so we'll start there. So the engine that we used is an LS3 engine, a GM crate motor that we had sitting around from another project. It probably has 30,000 miles on it. It still ran good, made about 430 horsepower. That's all we really need for this kind of car. This car is probably not going to be raced little, if any. It's just a cruiser to go down the road and have fun with. We thought it would be cool to make it look like a old school engine. So we got a set of valve cover adapters off eBay. We got a set of reproduction Z28 valve covers to put on the thing. We painted the engine orange. We put a single 4 intake on it from Edelbrock that we got from Summit. I'm sorry, a GM intake that we got from Summit. We put a Phytech throttle body fuel injection system on it, so it starts at the turn of a key, runs like a rental car, gets good gas mileage, makes good horsepower. Used a vintage air front runner. I've used lots of those on all kinds of cars. Never had a problem with any of them, including this one. It runs great. We use vintage air conditioning that keeps us nice and cool. We put bare brakes on the front of it. We'll get to that a little bit later. We used an Optimum battery. Of course, with the stock battery tray, we had to do a little fancy stuff here, hand-built stuff here in the garage, making a bracket for it. Made this bracket over at the Ride Tech shop, got it all nice and secure in there. It has a PRC radiator with Spall electric fans, and it uses a turn 1 steering box. We quickened up the steering ratio just a little bit, 12.7 to 1. I've used those boxes before. The feel is really good on the street and even on the track, really, so that all works out good. One of the cool things that we did was we took the original GM coils and we built a little bracket for them, and we mounted them back there on the firewall, kind of sort of in the stock distributor location. So when you just first glance at the engine bay, the plug wires are in the traditional location. They all go up behind the motor. And I mean, you can obviously see that it's coil packs and not a distributor, but if you're just kind of looking in this area, it looks kind of sort of original. We kept the powered brake booster with the gold iridate plating on it to kind of look the OE deal. It's got the original windshield wiper motor on it. We found a power steering reservoir from, I think, if I remember, it was a Honda or something. It fit in the space. It was easy to make a mounting bracket for. It didn't cost a lot of money. You know, that was the other theme for this car. We wanted to show people how to build a car without spending mega amounts of money. So a lot of these parts are used. A lot of them were left over from projects. A lot of them are hand built here in this garage. And the rest of them, you know, we got from Amazon and from Summit Racing. You know, it's a catalog car for sure. We didn't use any resources from the Ride Tech shop. Everything on this car was done right here in the home garage by Andy and myself. And you know, just screwing around for a couple hours a night, maybe 2 or 3 days a week. It took us about 2.5 years, very much like it would take anybody else to put a car together like this. And I got to tell you, after driving it, it's a lot of fun. I think we've achieved the goal.